Hey there. The seed boys are here, and it's time to do a Start Seeds with Us fall edition.
Let's do it.
All right, Jacques, open up your satchel. What do you got?
I've got a little bit of everything.
You got a little,
that's for sure.
Little couple treats in there.
But I have like a slight game plan here.
Let's set the intention. First of all, if you're watching this video and you still have time to plant for fall, go grab your seeds and plant with us right now. So maybe hit pause, come back to it.
Totally.
But why are we doing this? Well, number one, we're in San Diego Zone 10B, so we can plant a sort of second as the summer fades type of planting.
We get 2 summers.
In a sense. And then also, I personally have learned from last year that starting my fall crops really early in San Diego has been very helpful.
Yeah, timing is everything.
Leeks, onions, garlic, brassicas,
Brussels,
cabbage,
yeah.
Brussels, all that stuff. So I'm gonna do a bit of a half and half. So I personally am gonna start out with my alliums.
Oh,
so I'm
nice.
just gonna see what I've got. I had a huge leek crop last year. Actually,
Yeah, that was a lot of leeks.
I honestly have had success with most of what I've grown, summer and winter. But the alliums and the brassicas in the winter did really, really well. And it's really all, to your point, about the timing. Should I go with the King Richard or the German leek?
I think, is the King Richard like taller? Is that the deal?
I believe King Richard is taller.
Huh, yeah.
Summer and fall harvest,
I mean,
not hardy enough to overwinter, but
do both.
I don't have to overwinter.
We don't have
it.
winter here. So
I don't have a
good.
winter.
All right, I'm going to start with some Brussels.
Okay.
So my plan with the Brussels sprouts is start at 6L now,
Yeah.
and then in a month start another. And the idea is that if these get roasted, if it gets like too hot in August, which it probably will, and they suffer too much, then I'll have a backup one ready. And if it doesn't, then I'll have Brussels sprouts in the winter, and I'll also have Brussels sprouts in the spring.
I'm gonna do Gold Coin. It's a flat yellow Cipollini.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure that this is the one I did a good job with this year.
Okay.
And the larger ones I tried to grow, they didn't fully kind of close the bulb out. They kind of looked like
they like
cylinders
the
or
stem
cones.
just kind of kept going.
Didn't really work out that well. Nevertheless, I mean, I literally ate one last night. It's not like it was bad, but why
I
not?
had a mixed success with my onions this year. I got a couple good ones, and then a couple are actually still in the ground.
Yeah.
And they're just now flopping over. And they're actually sized up. So
I mean, look,
I was surprised by how long they could go.
I don't think the flavor is going to be that impacted by that. I think you're probably fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a couple like mixed flats of onions and leeks, guys. First, I went in with that Gold Coin. Next, I'm going to go in with the King Arthur
Nice.
leek. King Richard leek, excuse me.
So are you doing like a dense sowing, or are you just kind of doing individuals?
I'm doing a triple, like a minimum of 3 seeds, because I learned that myself splitting the leeks out from a multi-sown,
Yeah.
it actually did work really well for me.
Yeah, totally.
So now I'm planting a 6L in our Epic 6L trays, but it's really more of like an 18 to 24, depending
Yeah.
on how many of these come up.
Man,
Because it's really easy to split leeks out.
Really easy, because their roots are just so weak, and they don't
And
tangle up.
they're so vertical.
Yeah,
they don't really
exactly.
tangle and web that much.
Yeah,
So
like last year, I think I did like 100 leeks in a single 6L, and then I just split them all
you
up.
split them all up.
It was totally fine.
Leeks are one of my favorite alliums.
Same.
Just so delicious. So I'm gonna do 2 flats of the King Richard.
I'm going in with the Pomodoro Principe Borghese. Again.
Oh, you're going in with the tomato.
Yeah, so this is so the deal is in warmer climates, San Diego or anywhere else, probably even down to like zone 9,
8B, 9, yeah.
You could get away with starting smaller tomatoes now. Now, I wouldn't start like a brand new beefsteak now,
No.
because I will probably get a fruit, but by the time I do, it's like on its way out. But things that are smaller fruited require less sun, so I could actually still get a little bit of production here. And this is the one that allegedly could store. So you could hang this like somewhere in your house and then store it for like a month or 2 or 3.
We just harvested that yesterday
totally.
to make some pasta on the Epic Homesteading channel,
And it was real good.
It's a great hanging tomato. It's interesting the way that at least this label displays it is like a pile.
Yeah,
like an absolute pile.
They make
of
them
tomatoes.
into like this like structure that they hang. I don't know how they do it, but maybe I'll find out.
We'll see if you can get to that level this year.
I don't know.
Totally.
I just realized I haven't been putting labels.
You know what?
Rookie mistake.
I might do this one. This is the Alisa Craig, and it doesn't look like it's been opened, but it was last year's seed, so forgive me. But it just looks absolutely massive. It's the size of this young girl's head, so 5 pounds is rather common.
Rather common?
Rather common, 5 pounds.
So you could make a whole French onion soup with 1 onion, probably.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm not gonna risk too much on this. I'll do 1 flat's worth. But hey, if I get it, I get it. It would actually be really interesting, Jacques, to grow this in a perfectly set up onion container.
Yeah.
You know, like a 5-gal
for
this,
just
and just
solo.
And put it on irrigation. Like make sure, almost like you're growing giant vegetables, like many of those growers do.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go in with some leeks too. I'm doing the Bulgarian giant leeks. I grow these every year now.
Nice.
And they're actually a little bit sweeter, I'd say, than a regular leek. And you can check my Instagram, but I harvested a literal like bushel of them this year.
Yeah.
And they get up to like 5 feet in length.
Yeah, you actually had a really solid leek harvest. I thought I had you on the leeks, and then you came in with that Bulgarian beast, and he got me good.
The cool thing about leeks too is that I grew all those leeks in like maybe a 10 by 1 foot area.
Yeah.
Totally something anyone could plant that doesn't take that much space.
So I have a couple little sections of my flower and seed collection dedicated to warm versus cold. So these are the flowers that I've separated out for the cool season. So I'm going to be planting them as we kind of go into the cool season. Some of these traverse both climates. It's not a big deal. But I am going to throw in more cornflower, also known as bachelor button.
Oh yeah, those are great.
And I'm going to do a couple different Nasturtium mixes here. So I have this King Theodore. I haven't seen this like perfectly red one.
Oh wow.
So I think that's pretty unique. We'll see.
That's a nice color.
We'll see what it goes. This is like a nice blood red. So
I think
Nasturtium seeds are big, so I'm going to put these down a little deeper.
I think I have probably like 20 leek seeds in each cell.
Yeah, you can go that extreme.
I'm going extreme.
Yeah, and this is something, personally, at least I picked up from Charles Dowding with his multi-sown method.
Right.
Except for, I believe, most of the time, like, he's going to let them grow as they are that way, instead of separating them out, I don't think.
I think he pricks. Like,
Sometimes. But his beets, I don't think he'll prick.
Oh, right. He'll plant them as like 3 packs, basically. Before I do the watermelons, I'm going to start my artichokes. So this year, I decided to try a different variety. Usually I just do the standard globe.
So did you rip your whole artichokes out? Since they're perennial?
I cut them at the base so they could regrow. But I don't know if they will because I have it out front in an area that I've kind of abandoned to save water. Yeah. So they're Tavor and Imperial Star.
Yeah.
At least one of them is spineless. And one of them, I believe Imperial Star can be grown as like an annual. Like it doesn't need to overwinter in the more extreme sense.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll even get a crop like this fall.
That would be very interesting if you could pull that off.
Maybe not. So I'm going to do a 4-pack of each. I'm going to go directly into the 4 cells.
So why are you going with the 4 cell, not the 6?
Right. So things that, especially like something here, let me take out the seeds. That's a good demonstration. So anything that has like a pretty substantial size seed, I like to go right into the 4 cell because it's going to come out as a pretty large plant.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that artichoke does come out as like a pretty vigorous plant. So it's going to have no problem filling up all that soil with roots.
Yeah.
Whereas if I did it in the 6 cell, I could totally do that. I just have to up pot it very soon.
Yeah.
But if I could get away with just having it grow nicely in a bigger soil volume, I'll totally do that. Now, if there were smaller seeds, I wouldn't go directly into here because then the seed's going to struggle using all the water available to it and it might like dampen off.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
That's kind of my strategy.
I think that's the most sort of logical way to approach it is if you're going to put a tiny seed in there, it's just gonna, the water's not gonna dry out quick enough in the soil and you're gonna sort of drown it out.
Totally.
And that's the biggest problem. So I'm gonna do some calendula here. I actually like it quite a bit. So I'm gonna do 12 plants and we'll figure out a way to kind of pepper this around the garden. Calendula, great also, now that we have the epic hens here at the homestead, it's a great one to feed to your hens. I believe there's like an antimicrobial, antifungal property going on there, but also it tends to color the hen's eggs a deeper orange. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's immediately healthier. Everyone says, oh, orange yolk, better hen.
It's better.
If it's a colorant sort of function happening there, I wouldn't say that's like guaranteed to make it healthy, but I certainly don't think it's gonna hurt them. So, calendula. One thing I've been doing with flowers, Jacques, this year is I've just been planting the ones I like and then finding where to put them. And I'm not stressing about, oh, like I need this one in this bed and this and that. I just plant enough. Because look, when you're sitting here planting, it's not that much extra time to do, let's say, an entire another flat. And you'll be glad you have it. I mean, I think this is the first year we threw some starts away, AKA just composted them. Right. Instead of we're hungry for more starts.
That's
true.
You know
what I mean? This is the first year we weren't actually starving for more starts.
And I think it's great. Like for flowers personally, like if you see my garden, they're everywhere. Like I don't care what's growing there, I'll just shove it in.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is like, I'll just try to usually put it by like an emitter just so that I make sure it gets water. But sometimes they won't, and they actually do fine too.
Yeah.
Flowers are quite resilient.
So I do want to do a pickling cuke because I think I can pull it off.
Oh, totally.
So I'm wondering if this one, Cool Customer OG, pickling cuke from Johnny's, that should probably work.
Yeah.
So I'll just do 6 of these. I don't need too many here, but I will say I kind of lost track of my cucumbers this season in favor of my peppers, my onions, my eggplants, etc. So my cuke's got a little misshapen.
Just a little neglected.
Yeah, a little neglected. So I need to redeem myself and get some proper cucumbers going on.
Here, I'm gonna start a whole 6 cell of this one, and I'll give you half of them.
Okay.
It's
What's that one?
Syrian smooth cucumber. It's like a snacking cucumber.
Oh, nice.
It's from this new seed company to me called True Love Seeds. They have like a lot of interesting seeds.
Yeah.
And that's actually where I haven't sown it yet. I might sow it, but I got some dryland rice from them.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
We were thinking about doing some rice guys in the Epic Pond.
Totally.
Or just crafting a environment that it'll grow well in.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not entirely sold on is whether we could do it now or if we need to wait for spring.
We might need to wait.
So that's why I've been a little hesitant.
We have grown our own wheat here at the homestead twice now and gotten a lot better at it. And I'm thinking, I was just talking to Chris, who's on our team here, and she's grown oats.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think maybe a fall oat could be interesting.
I heard fresh oats are really good.
As long as there's a spot for it. There's weirdly starting to run out of space here.
Yeah, I think we could squeeze it in.
We could probably make it happen.
We have something here.
Okay, I need to get into the world of some of these brassicas, but I don't have that pack out here. Can I steal some from you?
Totally.
I need some.
What are you looking for? You want to do a Brussels pack? I have a couple seeds
Brussels
left
would be
there.
nice. Yeah, I'll do some Brussels.
And then
I can do at least 6 Brussels, and I'll mess around with the rest there.
Yeah.
So I'll do 18 more starts over here, these last 3 6-cell trays of some alums and brassicas.
Way ahead of me.
Yeah.
Here's what I've got. This is a legendary watermelon.
Is it called Legendary?
No, it's the Bradford.
Oh, it's Bradford.
And actually, I believe somebody sent it to us.
Yep.
But it's a $9 seed pack of watermelons.
We got a mystery box a couple months back of someone who sent us, I don't even know how many seeds, maybe 500 packs of seeds.
These are like kabocha squash seeds.
Whoa.
These are huge.
Hold on. Wow. These are hefty.
Yeah.
Those are hefty.
That's a serious seed. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the legend on these is that they were so good that the farmers used to poison like 10% of their watermelons because people would come steal them.
Whoa.
And the farmers would only know which 10% were poisoned. So like, if you want to come steal some watermelon, like,
take a gamble.
Take
it's
a risk.
watermelon roulette.
Yeah.
Is what they were doing.
They were like, that's how they were controlling people from stealing their watermelons.
What's the cauliflower you grew this year that worked really well? Is it Song TJS?
Song is the more heat tolerant one.
Okay.
The one that I really liked was the Flame Star.
Okay, I'm gonna go hunt this down for you.
Which
myself.
is a cheddar type.
There it is. There you are.
And then lavender, if you want a purple variety, is right underneath that one.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the cheddars. And did you like them?
I really like them.
Yeah.
For us, we find that the cheddar cauliflower just has like a more like complex flavor to it. Mm-hmm. Just tastes better.
You wouldn't dare rice it, right? It'd be disgraceful.
I honestly don't care that much about rice cauliflower.
Yeah. I saw a tweet, someone was like, we're asking cauliflower to do too much. You know, they're like,
it's carrying a lot of weight.
Has anyone
right now.
checked on cauliflower?
Ask if they're okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with some Cha Kabocha.
Ooh.
Little cha-cha, never heard anyone.
Fancy dancy.
I love kabocha squash. If I had to choose like one winter squash, it would probably be kabocha.
I need to get some cabbage going. We all know that.
Oh yeah.
We all know that.
I'm a little scared to start cabbage now.
Really?
Yeah. There's also, I put one in there called Tiara.
Is it
I
bigger?
think it's at the front. No, it's a small one that grows quickly.
Okay, I want the slower growing one right now.
Oh, okay.
Not the faster growing. Because if it's faster growing, it's more likely that it'll bolt out if we get a late summer.
I was thinking the opposite.
You think so?
Yeah, because then this has to survive.
I'm trying to force this to go through the winter.
Okay.
That's the level I'm at with this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Might still be a little too early here in August to do it, but I've learned that last year, starting not in August, didn't work that well either.
Yeah.
It could have done even better.
So I'm gonna go in. This is like my third attempt with soybeans.
Oh, Godspeed, bro. Godspeed. I'm not even doing it this year.
I actually got a harvest this year.
Did you?
It's in my green stock. This is the first time it's done well. It was in my 5-tier green stock. And I have like probably 50 beans at home I could go pick.
No way.
So I'm actually pretty excited. It's given me new life to try again.
Man, I tried soybeans last year 3 times.
Yeah.
And every single one, they just spat in my face.
I just need it to happen.
They just laughed and spat in my face. They're like, look, go down to the local market and buy me, because you're not gonna grow me.
I want to try, first of all, I like steamed edamame.
Yeah, sure.
And then I also wanted to actually try making some tofu. I thought that would be fun.
Homegrown.
Yeah.
So here's the way I do it. First of all, your seed starting mix should be slightly moist.
At least not bone dry.
At least not bone dry. And then we actually have these bottom trays now. So there's the 6 cells, which you guys know and love that we produce, but the bottom tray is a super sturdy 1020. So that's on our store now. That's something that we just came out with.
It's really good.
It's really nice. I mean, it's hard because like, it's hard to describe it, but basically like there's not a lot of trays you could pick up like at the edge and have them not move at all.
I would not do that with a normal tray.
Yeah,
I'd be way too
you'd
scared.
break it immediately. So here's what I like to do when I'm rehydrating the soil. I will go like this and I'll fill up about a 1/2 inch or so of water. And then I will just kind of let this sit for a bit and see how much comes up, because on the bottom of these, and I'll just show you this one here, there's a big hole, right? And so there's enough space for that water to kind of start wicking upwards. And then the second it starts getting into that bottom soil, it'll start getting pulled through the drier parts. And so I mean, look, it's already sucking it up. So then after that's done, I'll come in with the mist like this, because I don't want to disturb. Like for example, Jacques, you've got like 20 onion seeds in each of these. You don't want to mess with it. So
with mist, I would have no fear.
I just come in like this and I hydrate this way. Now, is that enough? No, you got to run it for a little bit.
But if you do that and the combination of bottom watering,
you guarantee that you fully hydrated your mix here. So I'm all watered up. Jacques gonna finish off here, but hopefully you guys learned something from this fall seed starting session. We're trying to do one every season or so, just to go through our thinking, share with you, hopefully give you some ideas on some seeds that you may not have been privy to, and also just adjust, because every single season, every 3 months or so, we're learning something about how to grow even better in our climate, and hopefully you're learning in yours as well. So until next time, good luck in the garden and keep on growing.